When the sun's out, it's nice. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So from here, he can stand facing you. You can send him out and around, and then come up this pole here. Together, you're going to back up. I might have done it wrong. Together, you're going to back up, side pass together. So you're going to be next to him. So you're going to be like at his shoulder, side pass together, walk through the poles. He's going to be here. You're going to be in this one. Side pass together, back down the poles. He's in this one. Side pass together. Send him through here, out and around that one, and meet you back here. So you aren't going to personally do anything with this one. No, you're going to set him out around this barrel. Then he's going to come up through this one and meet you. You're going to stay there. So he has to know you're telling him to go around the barrel and through those two holes. Good. Oh. Now both of you back up. All the way out. Okay, sideways over to the next. So he's going to go to the next pole opening, and you're going to go into that first pole opening. So sideways would be the back feet as well. So only his front feet moved. This time you're going to go all the way out. Side pass to the next opening. Well, I wanted you to stay on the side of him, but you can if you need to. Whatever you feel if he doesn't understand you from beside him. Good. There you go. It's okay. He goes between the purple and the white. You go between the two white. So now you're going to back in. That's right. Good. Nice pause there when he did the right thing. Good. Good boy. Good. So, did we ever do the go into the poles backwards? Okay, so it's normal what he's doing then. They're convinced you don't know they're there, so he's going to do whatever he can to protect himself from being tangled up in those poles. So he's going to dodge them the best he can. So now it's your job to explain to him you know they're there. You'll start to see as he gets a little bit closer that he's going to start feeling for him with his hind feet. There's his first feel for him. Good. Once they're in, they'll go. Yeah. Yeah. He's like, it's not forward, it's not back. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. Yeah, but you're gonna have to put the rope over his neck to make that successful. No, no, it's just for some reason I didn't think that one through. It's okay. Now you have to explain to him that he's supposed to go. So what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to explain to him you want him to go, and then you're gonna gently take a feel on his nose in the direction you want him to go. So you're not gonna make him, because if you do it harshly or even surprisingly, he's gonna be like, "That was harsh," you know. Right. So we want to make sure that he knows it's just gentle guidance. Now you gotta go around it with it down on the ground. Good. So that gives me. Will he push that long distance? You think? Okay. Well, I was gonna give you something for him to push it through. Okay. Uh huh. Right. It's like, yeah, it was easier that way, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You'll find that puzzles will get easier and easier. It'd be harder to challenge yourself because the language will be so clear between the two of you that you won't have to struggle at all. You'll just be like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And you're like, hey, I need you to move your tail that way. Oh, I need you to, and it goes. No. So I'm gonna give you a turn, which means you got to tell him where to push the barrel, where to put his nose. Oh my god. They're easier. Okay, so I'm not going to give you a whole lot of room either. So you got to get him to push through here, and then obviously he's going to have to tip this end before he pushes the whole barrel again. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Nice big push. Good boy. Yeah. He looks tired. Should start like numbering these too, because these are good ones. Okay. So invite him through, nose him this way, ask him to over to the mounting block. Then you're going to send him that way. You're allowed to turn. Send him through. I'm going to make this as stronger as it. No, you're going to send him. Yeah, he should be facing that way. Okay. Send him. I'm going to turn these into a little bit more of a tight V. So that way it's going to be harder than you think. And you're going to send him in. When he comes out of this, you're going to send him all the way out and around and figure eight those. I'm going to make this a meaner V. This guy looked disinterested. Cause he came over to me and he nickered, He was so. You can if you want. You can lead him through here. Then you can over like you send him this way with his nose and over his tail. But that looks like a fun game. Good boy. Good boy. Silly boy. There you go. And the next time he comes around, stop him in front of the mounting block. Okay. No, it was good. So I'm going to give you something else because he likes the sideways stuff. So I'm going to have you send him out and around. His front feet have to end here. You got to get his tail facing that way, and he's going to go sideways down those two poles. Good boy. He's just guessing wrong. If it were easy, it wouldn't be that much fun. He looked like he was making a U-turn in somebody's driveway. I'd send him this way. I'd make him think I'm sending him into the woods over here instead of this way, because the more you point this way, the more he's going to think cut it short. It's all right. Well, you can. You just got to figure it out. No. There you go. There you go. It's okay, but you fix the other thing. I can replace it with the blocks if you want. Yep, 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 yep. Good. Give him a little pet so he knows that that's all you've been looking for. Definitely gonna need to go back a little bit. Back, get a lot of forward. Yeah. Good boy. Yep, good. Good. Good boy. I think you did a great job. Okay. So figure 8, and then when he comes out of that one, so he'll be heading that way, you can keep sending him along. You're gonna stop him, Sideways him that way over the white pole, and then back him up. So figure 8, that brings him coming out. So I would maybe do this one first so you can get a full figure 8.
That way.
This way, through here. Then he's going to keep coming along. You're going to stop him here, sideways over this pole, back up, sideways over this pole. If you want, I can move these other 2 poles out of here so he can have a little bit closer space to you.
All right.
I love, and if you're creative, you can never get bored. I do have, people say, I'm just not that creative. I just get struggled. Right, and there's variations too. You can do it the other way. You could go through the cones. You can change it up any way you want. Yeah. This pole's getting ready to break in half. Oh, I'm just letting you know, because if it breaks on me, I don't want it to be my fault. It will break in the middle soon. Okay. Yeah, and I'm doing this on my phone, which is a little bit easier to break them down into smaller bites, so I can take each individual puzzle and present them each as different puzzles. It's okay. He got the right answer just too early. So he did turn his head correctly just too early, so you had to say no, right? And because you said no, the second time he's like, that wasn't right.
Yep.
Good boy. So just be careful how early you send his nose. It's okay. It's your job to tell him no. To tell him different. Not even no, just different. Yep. Now his feet need to come through there a little bit more, but you got his nose attention. So the trick there, if you needed to slow it down, is to get his body to where when he does respond to his nose being told, his feet being told to follow his nose, you're going to want his feet right here instead of right here. Because and if you needed to slow it down, what you would do is when he got here, you could stop him and then tell his nose. Okay. I need you to point your nose that way. No options, because if his nose is pointing slightly that way, or even your clothesline, he's going to go where his nose is pointed. So his nose has to be pointed that way before you ask for the go again. Good? Yep, perfect for his feet now. Yep. Good. I always have trouble with the one on the right side myself, so. So his nose points that way. Don't tell his feet to do anything. So put all your focus on his tip of his nose, on that nostril closest to you. I wouldn't have used the there, only because you were correcting nothing. Like he didn't do anything to be corrected for yet. Now, his nose, his feet are a little too far behind the block, but his nose has to point. He literally has to be looking dead on to me in order to do that well. Yep. Yep. There you go. Okay. He's like, I don't know what you want me to do with these stupid things. Both times his nose has to be facing me to do that well. Yep, there you go. Now, from there, do a cup wave around the other side of his mouth, like you're trying to wipe his mouth with your hand. Yep, 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 yep. There you go. There you go. Now he goes out and around that white pole, turns sideways with his front feet on your side of the white pole. This way. So you're going to stop him when he gets to the white pole and swing his tail all the way around so he can side pass towards the barn on that white pole. Well, that's just because a pattern got developed about going behind you on the mounting block. Good. Swing his tail. So his front feet need to stop probably about here. So any more forward here is going to make it difficult for him because he's going to have to shuffle a little bit. So right there. Right there. Yep. Yep. Too late. Too late. Good. Tail. Tail only. Don't let his front feet do anything. It's okay. It's just, yeah, and it, really every time that there's like a mistake or it doesn't go as well as you want, just ask yourself what wasn't clear. Sometimes it's them. Sometimes it's them just tuning us out, and sometimes there's something missing in our clarity. He took over thinking he knew what it was, and then you kind of allowed him to be right, but yet weren't asking for it anymore either. So when it came time for him to change the, yep. So see, like he takes over now. It has to be don't let him take over. Sideways, 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 sideways. Yep, see, don't let him take over because then he's left. And careful, you're going to end up pulling him forward. That line's too tight. Good.
You forgot what that is.
So watch, he'll probably try to take over because he's pretty sure he knows what we're doing. So it's up to you to say, but that's not the pole I want you to do that on. And as you lengthen your rope, you can kind of like throw the extra at him. You know, there you go. Kind of like you adjust your rope when he's. You can go down 1 or 2 steps. Okay, go. You can go get in there. So keep telling him to do it. Yep. 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 Go boy. That's okay. So that's a goal. The only thing that happens that I'm noticing is that you start off initiating the command, and then he kind of takes over, like, yeah, I know that one. And then you kind of just let him go with it.
Right.
But the problem is that when he decides halfway down the pole, all right, and now I want to do it this way, you're not ready to say, but that's not what I've been saying, because you haven't been saying anything.
Okay.
So then it comes out more corrective than had you been just talking to him.
Okay. I think I'm just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, you know, and
Right.
like just leave him alone when he's doing it.
Yeah, as long as you're the one at the helm.
I know.
Because otherwise he's like, well, I don't know how far I'm supposed to go down this pole. Yeah, I think that's far enough. And then he'll walk out of it, and then he'll be in trouble. But yet he wasn't being told to still do it, so why would he think?
All right.
Good boy. So at least make sure that it's clear that you're still communicating go. So even if it's just twirling it way out here, so he has some sense of, okay, I'm supposed to still be doing something, as opposed to, and then just watching him sort of do it. Because he's not doing it based on him really understanding he's being told to do it. He's thinking maybe you have water in your ear. So we need some energy to help him know he's supposed to keep going until the energy stops.
All right. So what are we doing? Do it again?
Yeah, because your goal is to do it out from the mounting block. Oh,
You can do this.
he can. He just needs clear idea for how long and which way. Maybe he wanted to be trained as a trick horse and he's trying to go to his mark. It'll make it a little bit easier on you. Hi.
Run into fun.
Good. I gotta tell his nose to come towards me. Yep. There you go. There you go. Good job. Yep. Now through and go over to the pole. Yep. Good boy.
Yes, boy.
So I'd give him less time to decide whether or not he's going to do it. So I'd give him 2 tries before I would be trying to touch him. Say like, hey, I told you. Good. Good. Tail. Good. Back up. Yep. Good. There you go. See it with the energy, he's getting it. Don't stop the energy now though. There you go. Good. No, but it's a kind of this deal because you're trying to stop the forwards, keep the head tilted straight, and remember to keep the energy. But did you notice as soon as I said something about the energy, because you had
Yes.
died your energy, as soon as you picked it up, he's like, oh, okay.
No, we're still going.
Right?
Okay.
So that's how valuable that is to him. Good boy. Um, He's a good boy here. You tired? Huh? You tired? You did good though.
It's just kind of spinning around like a horse.
Play with your mustache. Do you like that? Well, that's up to you if you want to quit on that or if you want to do a different puzzle or I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. You got like 10 more minutes. We can come up with a different puzzle. Um, okay. Okay, so this is a interesting figure 8. So you're still standing on the mounting block. You're gonna send him. So it's gonna be like a teardrop type. So you're gonna he'll be. You can go ahead and set him up at the mounting block. Then you're gonna send him out and around. He's gonna come back through, out and around, and then try to do your pulls again. Basically, it's gonna be an easier figure 8. Or you can send him between after he comes out and around that one, and he comes out of that, send him all the way around, send him between these 2 poles, stop him, back him up, and send him down the one, because he's doing really well with this particular pole.
I may have to get off here. Is that all right?
I can move it up if that's a potential issue. Yeah, he doesn't need to come over here. Okay. Yeah, but he should be able to navigate that. He needs to go out and around, so he needs to go out and around it. Oh boy. Yep. 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 Good. Nope, out and around it. So out. Just where you're sending him has to be clear. Like now is perfect because they're sending him to the woods. But make sure there's always a really easy drift on that line so that way he can take the line without feeling any resistance. Yep, there you go. See, that was clear. Good. Good. So you needed that. He needed to be told what to do with his feet. Good. Through those 2 poles. Once he gets out of them, yield his hind end away. There you go. He believes you're back up this time. Yeah. Yep. Catch up the part that's not. There you go. There you go. Don't quit talking to him. There you go. 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 He's taking you seriously this time. Good job. So you did allow him to do the last hind step by himself. You did quit him at the last hind step, but that was way better, and he responded way more clearly.
I just got to get this rope coordinated a little better. I'm getting better.
Yeah, you are.
I feel I'm getting better with it. I still have a little, like it was too long. Because I'm so worried about that back end catching up. Yeah.
Good boy. It is. It's good to keep him strong. No, and he's not. He doesn't seem uncoordinated either. If you wanted to, you could buy like a bag of oats and just throw a handful of oats in his grain. Just give him a little, just like straight energy. Yeah, good, good. But like oats wouldn't be your meal, even though that's what the Amish feed, straight oats. Yeah, just give him. It'll give him a flavor that he likes, and it'll just be burnable energy. No, I think it happens to be around nap time because they've always been either napping or coming out of a nap when I get here. So, wait, just to pick a bad time for them.
Try doing it
Okay.
so I can see.
Boy.
Do you mind?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Hey, back, back, back. Good. Hey, talking to you. Move. Come on, little energy. So right there is probably what I'm not telling you, is you want to kiss when you start to get their nose turned in the right direction so they get their forward momentum. Back. 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 Just your tail. Boy. So why I ended up just relying on him to do it himself was because I had thrown so much energy at him at the beginning of the puzzle, or the beginning of the poll, that I basically gave him enough energy there and was prepared to not let him change it. But I didn't have to chase him through it.
So what did you do? Okay, because I'll have to watch the video. When you sent, what did you do to keep it too far and the still moving up? Because he was perfect when he.
Well, I gave him a wiggle. I gave him a wiggle right about here because he's got a leaking forward problem. So this way I kind of tapped the brakes here before he was out of it. Okay. Then by the time he was out of it, I could be like, I said stop. Okay. So then he had no choice but to go, okay, my bad, right? Because he's like Ritz. Ritz needs to be, well, Ritz has got a good hoe, but like he has a leaking problem too. So then it was just a matter of getting his front feet to stay still. which I think I continued to give him a little like reminder with the wiggle, not to move his front feet anymore. And then his backup was fairly good. I didn't like his backup that much here. I liked his backup over there.
Here was good.
Yeah. And then
We'll see if he thinks that you're not close.
and then here he got really behind on his tail. But if you can, I don't even know if you'll be able to hear it on the video. But I had that rope going.
Yeah, I could hear it.
Okay, so that was why I didn't carry out that energy the whole way down the pole, because he had pep in his step. And I had thrown enough energy at him for him to go, oh, okay, and then I was just supporting. But when he's going with you, he doesn't get enough to really know for sure that's what you're asking for, so he's kind of guessing, and then he's like, well, I don't know, you're not really saying anything, and then that's when he comes out of them.
Right. Okay. No, I got that. That was perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep.
No, not at all.
But you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah, I would have liked to see him straighter.
But it was quicker.
Yeah.
It was quicker and it was more precise.
Yeah, he was still too much on an angle for me. But because he picked up the pace, he put more effort into it than he had been. So that's why I wasn't going to be too critical about it, because you gotta kind of pick your battles in that case. So like, had that happened with you, I probably would have said yes. Yes, we would have liked him straighter, but he did put effort into it. Yeah. So we have to like give him this gold star for the improvement there, because he hadn't been putting any effort into anything. Right. And that's just a matter of your confidence has to be more on your sleeves a little bit. Because usually if I take the horse, they're like, they can feel the difference in just my energy is just like, hey, okay, look, we're gonna go do this.
I was gonna say, I see a difference when you take him. Like he's just more aware and more like, oh, okay.
Right.
I'm listening.
Yeah, because the energy is, I have a plan, as opposed to, okay, buddy, let's figure this out together.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So there's a little bit of a difference. Like, I have a plan, and this is what I would like you to do.
All right.
That's really, if you come in with that attitude, like, we're not trying to figure it out together. I've looked at it. I'm pretty sure I know what we're gonna do here. So now I need you to follow my instructions.
Okay.
And once he feels like your instructions aren't being second guessed by yourself, then he's gonna trust anything you ask him to do.
Okay. Oh, it was better, much better. I can't wait for this week to warm up and come out and work.
Oh yeah.
I'm leaving this set off because I like this. This is really good.
And it's good for him because he likes that kind of work, the sideways work.
He does.
So it'll be like something where he's already excelling skill-wise for it. And then I think maybe doing your figure eights like this is going to be a little bit easier also. And then gradually, if you want, start moving your figure eights out and challenging yourself to be more out here. I struggle also with almost every horse I work with, getting the right one, getting them to go out and not cutting in. So I don't know what it is about the right one. I don't know if I also struggle with getting them to believe go that way.
I don't know. He didn't hesitate though going that way.
Please, mommy, please. He is. He's a nice boy. All right.